Welcome to this week's installment of Echo Game of the Week. I am Stephen Whitaker here with Pat Turner. This week we have 3 games of the week. 2 are in volleyball and 1 football game. Let's start first with the volleyball. We have on Friday night, both games will be at O'Connor Gym. At 5:30 it's Brandeis versus Clark, and at 7 o'clock it's Brennan versus Warren. So first, let's talk about Brandeis Clark. That's battle for second
Probably
place.
second right now. O'Connor has 2-game edge over
2 over Clark,
They're
3 over
pretty much in
Brandeis.
control. That second place game is going to be very interesting. Clark's in second right now, but a win by Brandeis puts it back together. So
Who do you see pulling that one out?
Clark's playing really well right now. They're a young team, I think 4 seniors, and the second half they really, it's like a light came on that all of a sudden, hey, we can do this, and they're playing together. They're making great passes. They're playing good defense, and cutting down the mistakes, and they look like the favorite. But Brandeis is Brandeis. They just find ways to.
They're pretty
come back.
They're senior late.
Yes, and they've been playing better. They had a little rough go early too, I believe, in the non-district. They kind of picked it up
started district. And the other game Friday night is Brennan versus Warren at 7 o'clock, also at O'Connor Gym. Now, since they had their long winning streak snapped, the Bears have kind of been, a little up and down. They're now at 8-3 before the start of play on Tuesday. Just, what do you think the mindset of that team is since they had that streak and now it's
It'll be all right because they were in a district where they just breezed through it. If they ever had more than 3 matches for 2 years, it was like unusual. But this one, they're being tested every week, and I talk to their coach, and they're learning how. This is a competitive district. They're learning how to compete in it, but they've got athletes. Brennan's got athletes, I think, in every sport. So I think they're going to rebound and have a good run, but Warren's looking good. Warren just needs to be more consistent. And right now there's a sense of urgency because they're
on the outside
looking at that playoff. And, they need to get on a little row if they want to make the playoffs because they got 4 teams ahead of them.
And all 4 teams are about 2 games ahead of them.
Looking pretty good right now. But if they could pull off this one, this gets them kind of a little closer. You can pull off a big win like that, then it can kind of maybe
start the
wheels rolling and get you going. So,
and who knows if you can make the playoffs once you get in, anything can happen.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Anybody who makes the playoffs in this district should have a pretty good run because you've already been tested every week.
Yeah.
So.
And in football this week, the game of the week on Friday will be Jay at Taft at Gustafson. Kickoff at 7:30. The young Raiders of Taft and the high-flying Mustangs of Jay.
Interesting matchup.
How do you see that one going?
Interesting matchup. Jay had a lot of trouble last week with Stevens, but they also had trouble with their own mistakes. I mean, they put themselves in a huge bind. They need to shore them up because they have an offense with that Moses Reynolds that can really go. And Taft, don't sell Taft too short. They're young, but Coach Davenport is really getting them to play better. They've improved. They have a good quarterback themselves. Christian DeHoyas is.
And their running back, Christian Mallard, he was the sophomore, or he and Reynolds fought each other for sophomore of the year last year in district.
Right, and they're doing well. So that's going to be an interesting matchup. I think in that one it's who plays smart, who doesn't turn the ball over, and who makes the
last stop.
Right, who makes the big plays, who comes out and just plays because, they got 1 loss. That was last week.
Yeah.
And they didn't lose to any slouches, so they need to get back.
And that's a key game because if you start 0-2 in this zone play,
it's
pretty much.
Yeah.
You may not be eliminated, but you're really close to being eliminated from playoff contention.
Yeah, the water is way above your head.
Yeah.
And you need to come up real quick with a win now, get back into it. 1-1 is
doable, especially with the team on bye from their zone is 1-0.
Right.
So you get to 1-1. Yeah.
That's going to look what they need. I mean, whoever wins this one's going to be a little happier.
In a good spot.
Going to be a little happier Saturday morning.
Yeah. Well, this has been Echo's Game of the Week for this week. It's October 8th. We look forward to seeing you again next week, and enjoy the games.